Mgeladze and Kochavi dive into the Sicilian defense, Pelican variation in this thrilling 25th European Women's Chess Championship 2025 Round 11 encounter. On e4. On c5. Knight f3. Knight c6. On d4. On takes d4. Knight takes d4. Knight f6. Kochavi is aiming to play. Knight takes e4. Knight takes c6. On takes c6, and secure a strong hold in the game. Knight c3 transposed into Sicilian defense, Pelican variation. On e5. Kochavi might go for pawn takes d4. Knight db5. On d6. Knight d5. Mgeladze wants to play. Knight bc7 check. King d7. Knight takes a8 and dominate the board. Knight takes d5. On takes d5. Knight b8. On a4. Bishop e7. Bishop e2. King castled kingside. King castled kingside. On f5. On f4. Mgeladze might go for. On takes e5. On takes e5. On d6. Queen b6 check. King h1. Bishop d8. Queen d5 check. King h8. Queen takes e5 and seize the initiative. Knight d7. King h1. On a6. Kochavi might go for pawn takes b5. Knight a3. On takes f4. Bishop takes f4. Knight e5. Bishop takes e5. On takes e5. Knight c4. Mgeladze is looking to play knight takes e5. Bishop f6. On the 5. On g6. On d6 it is novelty move. Mgeladze is preparing to play. Queen d5 check. King g7. Knight b6. Rook b8. On d7. Bishop takes d7. Knight takes d7 and dominate the board. Bishop e6. Knight b6. Mgeladze is preparing to play knight takes a8. Rook b8. Bishop c4. Mgeladze is planning to play bishop takes e6 check. Queen e8. Queen d3. Mgeladze is aiming to play. On d7. Queen f7. Rook a4. Rook bd8. Queen d6. Bishop takes c4. Rook takes c4. On e4. Queen c7 and secure a strong hold in the game. On e4. Kochavi might go for pawn takes d3. Queen b3. Mgeladze is preparing to play bishop takes e6 check. Bishop takes c4. Queen takes c4 check. Queen f7. Queen c5. Queen e6. Rook ad1. Rook bd8. Queen c7. Bishop takes b2. Queen takes b7. On e3. Kochavi might go for. On e2. On d7. On promotes to queen at ex f1 check. Rook takes f1. Bishop c3 and seize the initiative. Rook fe1. Bishop c3. Kochavi is aiming to play bishop takes e1. Rook e2. Rook takes d6. Rook takes d6. Queen takes d6. Queen d5 check. Queen takes d5. Knight takes d5. Bishop d2. Kochavi is planning to play. On f4. On h4. King g7 and establish a winning position. Knight takes e3. Rook d8. Pause the video and find the best move for Mgeladze. On g4 is logical continuation as bishop takes a5. Knight c4. Bishop b4. On takes f5. On takes f5. Rook e6 position is equal. Let's analyze the main variation. Rook d8. Kochavi is setting up to play bishop takes e3. King g1 slightly worse move played by Mgeladze. Bishop takes a5. Knight c4. Mgeladze is setting up to play knight takes a5. Bishop b4. Kochavi wants to play on a5. Knight b2. Bishop c3. Knight a4. Rook d1 check and put immense pressure on the opponent. King f2. King f7. King f3. Mgeladze considers playing knight e5 check. King g7. Knight c6. Rook c8. Knight takes b4 and increase their advantage significantly. King f6. Rook e3. Rook c8. Kochavi might go for rook takes c4. Knight b6. Mgeladze is preparing to play knight takes c8. Rook d8. Knight c4. On g5. Kochavi is planning to play on g4 check. King e2. Rook d4. Knight b2. Rook d2 check. King f1. Rook takes c2 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Rook b3. Mgeladze considers playing rook takes b4. Bishop c5. Kochavi is preparing to play rook d4. Knight b2. Rook f4 check. King e2. Rook f2 check. King d3. Rook takes g2 and secure a strong hold in the game. King e2. Rook d4. Kochavi is looking to play rook takes c4. Knight d2. Rook g4. Kochavi considers playing rook takes g2 check. On g3. Rook b4. Rook c3. Mgeladze considers playing rook takes c5. Rook b5. On g4. On the 5. King d3. Bishop d6. Think carefully what is the best move for Mgeladze. Rook c6 is the right idea because rook d5 check. King e2. Rook e5 check. King f1. King e7. On h3 still Mgeladze is losing. Let's go to the main variation. Bishop d6. On takes f5 slightly worse move played by Mgeladze. Rook d5 check. King e2. Rook takes d2 check. King takes d2. Bishop b4. Kochavi is planning to play king takes f5. King d3. Bishop takes c3. King takes c3. On h5. King b3. On g4. On c4. King takes f5. King a4. On h4. Kochavi might go for on g3. On takes g3. On takes g3. King takes a5. On g2. King b5. On promotes to queen at g1. On c5. King e6 and put immense pressure on the opponent. On c5. King e6. Kochavi wants to play king d7. King takes a5. King c6. King b4. On g3. On takes g3. On takes g3. King c4. On g2 and secure a strong hold in the game. King takes a5. On g3. Kochavi is setting up to play pawn takes h2. On takes g3. On takes g3. On c6. On g2 Kochavi claimed a well-earned victory.